Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. My name's Kaylee. I'm a content creator and designer, splitting my time between Brooklyn and the Catskill Mountains. Today I'm upstate and I thought I would film a fun little catch-up video. I feel like we haven't chatted that much in the last month, so I asked for some questions on my Instagram. We're like redecorating my bedroom upstate today. I'm also prepping to host Thanksgiving here next week. You're gonna meet my new puppy. It's just gonna be a casual chill video. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications for my videos. I really want to wear my glasses so I can actually see, but I feel like there's always just this weird glare when I wear them on camera. Can we deal with it? I don't know, maybe for a bit. The first question is, do you have any tips for keeping the house nice with a new pup? Oh my gosh, this is so difficult, you guys. And I've been really having trouble with our new puppy, not comparing her to our adult dog when he was a puppy. She absolutely loves destruction, and her potty training has been a bit more challenging. It took us quite a while to potty train our adult dog Laszlo, especially in the city, but he never went to the bathroom on any like soft areas. Like he would never choose to go on the bed or on a rug. Things were always pretty easy to clean, but this puppy, it's always on the worst area possible. And I know she's just a puppy and it requires so much patience, but kind of setting up your home for success before you bring a puppy in, especially if you're very into keeping a nice home like I am, I think is really important. One thing that we just got for our apartment is a new washable rug, so it's very easy to clean. We got this from Revival Rugs. I actually have a discount code for you guys if you're interested. For 10% off, the code is just Kaylee McKenzie, and I'll have links below. But their rugs are quite affordable and also easy to clean, and that's been such a big help for us with having a new puppy and just having dogs in general and being a little clumsy at times. I think overall just puppy proofing as much as possible and doing your best to not leave anything out that they could get into. I remember with Laszlo, spritz furniture with this bitter apple spray, especially like wood furniture where she would like to chew on the legs, and it kind of just deters them from chewing on it because it tastes bad. For pet hair, I have a really good cleaner. It's an uproot cleaner, which I will also link below. Kind of acts almost as a razor, but it's not actually shaving fabric, and it pulls up pet hair better than a vacuum. I'm obsessed with these and they're quite affordable as well. And I haven't tried any of their other products on their site, but I know they have things like dryer sheets for pet hair and just other options to keep your home as hair-free as possible with animals that shed. I'm sure they're great for cats as well. Something I've had to really change with having a new puppy is picking up or removing any toxic plants or flowers. I love having fresh flowers in the home, obviously. Speaking of having a nice home, Brooklinen is partnering with me on this video. In the background here, you can see I have a full set of their bedding on my bed. It's the only bedding that we have and use and love upstate. I recently got their Luxe Hardcore bundle in this beautiful brown stripe, but I love that you can mix and match. Like I ended up getting white sheets to go with it just to not overdo the stripes, and they have so many beautiful patterns and solids to choose from. If you don't know about Brooklinen, Brooklinen is a luxury sheets company creating high quality goods for the home. I really wanted to refresh our bedroom for the colder and cozier season. Whether you choose one of Brooklinen's limited edition patterns or colors or something a bit more classic, the perfect way to embrace the fall and winter season. I love Brooklinen because their sheets are high quality and made to withstand frequent washes, and they also continue to get softer after each wash. I chose the Luxe Hardcore Sheet Bundle for the ultimate upgrade, and something great about Brooklinen is that you can save 25% when you opt for a hardcore bundle, and this will include a sheet set, extra pillowcases, and a duvet cover, so you have everything you need. The Luxe Hardcore Bundle includes Luxe Sateen sheets, and these are 480 thread count, and they have a slightly luminous finish. It's a bit heavier in weight, making it a little warmer, but still super soft and ideal for year-round comfort. I've been loving sleeping in these sheets since we put them on last week, and they also look so chic in this space. Right now, Brooklinen is having their Black Friday sale, and all items are 25% off through November 29th, so it's the perfect time to upgrade. You can save up to 40% when buying their bundles, like the hardcore bundle that I got, because you can stack their bundle deals with the Black Friday deal. So I hope you guys enjoy those discounts, and thank you so much to Brooklinen for partnering with me on this video. Now I'm going to show you some new things that we've added to the bedroom to refresh the space and give you details for everything we have in here so far. This room has definitely been neglected over other rooms in the house. I think a lot of it just because it's not a space that we really hang out in, but I find that this bedroom has so much potential. It's such a large space. I really want it to be super cozy, feel hotel-like, but of course also be really beautiful. I've added 2 nesting tables. This is a part of a set that I'm actually using. The other one is a coffee table right now, but it's a black wood and chrome table from Etsy. I got this little vase in London. If I can find something similar, I'll link it below. It's always nice to have a lot of bud vases in the house for like the bathroom and little spots where you don't want flowers to be the main attraction. And then I got these smoked glass and cane wood side tables. They need a little bit of extra love, but I got them from a store in Williamsburg called Good Behavior. They have a ton of really well-priced vintage wood pieces. If you're in Brooklyn, I would highly recommend checking them out and following them on Instagram because that's where they do most of their sales. And I have a matching one over here. I think we just need to add a bit of oil and it will really improve the overall look. I get a lot of questions on this lamp. It's a laurel mushroom lamp. These can be really expensive. I found mine on eBay from a sort of estate sale situation a few years ago and I got it for a really good price. If I can find any secondhand online, I'll also link these below. This is a soft frame bed. You can find them on Etsy, or I think they're even doing a Black Friday sale right now. I love these. You just need to buy a box frame because it's basically just a foam piece that's covered in whatever upholstery you choose that comes shipped to you, and you kind of have to supply the rest of the parts yourself. And this is a huge shag rug from Nordic Knots. I believe it's called the Fields rug. This is a new lamp from Afternoon Light. I have another lamp from the same designer in another area of the house that's a bit of a different shape. I think these are really well priced. And I have a 15% discount code for Afternoon Light. It's one of my favorite like home decor and little like object shops or anything for the kitchen. Lamps. They have a lot of cute stuff. And this is just one of my favorite Target candles. Someone asked, can you tell Monday's story, please? Monday's our new puppy. I actually filmed like a bit of an intro with her a few days ago for this video, so I'm gonna insert this. Basically what happened is I got an email from someone who follows me who had recently got a Vizsla puppy. Knew I also had a Vizsla, and I've mentioned a couple times before that we were looking to get another one in the next year or so. We had developed really bad allergies to her and was looking for a new home for her, and we couldn't say no, obviously. My partner Siggy actually flew across the country to Utah to pick her up, and then he drove her back, so she's already been on a little cross-country road trip, and we're so thankful and happy to have her in our life. Now I'm gonna roll the clip where I intro you to her. So this is Monday. She's 5 months old today. She's a Vizsla just like Laszlo, and we've ended up with her through a rehoming situation, and she's just felt so meant to be. She's definitely a handful. I don't know if I've just kind of forgotten about the puppy chaos that we had with Laszlo, or if she's actually like a lot more intense. She's sleepy right now, so that's why she's being chill, and she's such a cuddle bug. She's very skinny right now. We're trying to put some weight on her, but she's also very tall. Like, she's already almost taller than him. Also teething and losing a lot of her teeth. I've been finding them everywhere. And her and Laszlo have adjusted pretty well. I was a little nervous the first week because Laszlo was scared of her. She just like kept going for his face, as puppies can do, and he's a little more shy and reserved. And he definitely growled at her a few times, just in like a correction way, and she honestly did not care. She just like amped up harder. We ended up separating them. I kept her on a leash for like any interactions for a week, and he slowly like started to come hang out in the same room as her. I just tried to make him super boring to her, and that helped. Now he like greets her first in the morning. He greets her when we like come home from a walk or outside, because she needs way more exercise than him right now. And he's always so happy to see her, and they've been cuddling so much. It's just been really sweet, and I think she's learned some manners on how to be a little bit more gentle with him. I'd love to ask for any tips on 2 different situations. We're definitely going to be working with a trainer as well. This little girl has really bad separation anxiety right now. I'm sure a lot of it's being rehomed, or maybe she's kind of always had it and it's a puppy thing. She sounds so pained. I haven't really like left her at all, especially when we're in the city, because we don't want to make a lot of noise for our neighbors. We're trying to work on it. We have a crate, just trying to do like some positive reinforcement. Hopefully Laszlo being here will also help her. So any separation anxiety tips would be so appreciated. And also kind of a bummer thing, which I don't think is something that she's gonna grow out of, unfortunately, is that she resource guards her food. I personally have experience with that. Laszlo does not guard his food. I've been separating them when we feed them, obviously, but a couple times around feeding time when they were in the same space, not when food was on the floor or anything. she has bit Laszlo without growling, without any warning. I obviously cannot have that happening. I'm very committed to her. I love her so much. I guess prevention is kind of the best method. I thought I was doing the prevention and clearly I was not doing it. Okay, back to the questions. I think this one is fun. It is, what is your dream garage now that you're a car girly? With this, I also want to keep in mind that I don't want to support overconsumption, and obviously cars aren't the best for the environment. I'm going to pop it all up on the screen on my Pinterest. I'm always saving cars. This is all hypothetical. I don't need a bunch of cars. Someone asked, anything exciting coming up in the new year? Goals, trips? Well, I actually don't have any trips planned yet. I think we've really been in renovation mode with the house. I've also been trying to get my finances back on track after purchasing the home, and then also spending a lot of my savings on renovations after spending a lot of my savings on the purchase of the home. You know, we're trying to reel it in, and it's just a different season of life. I'd love to go to Canada in the summer, probably Muskoka for my partner's family, or my friend Eloise's family has a lake house outside of Montreal, and I just find it so beautiful up there, so I would like to make that like a yearly tradition of some sort. I've also been dying to go to Biarritz. I follow a hotel on Instagram that's in Biarritz. Maybe you guys have seen it. They have like animals walking around in the hotel, and the area just looks so beautiful, and it's designed so well. And I don't think it's actually that expensive, so I would love to do that as a trip in the next year or so, maybe like a spring or summer trip. And that would be my international trip. Or I would also really love to go back to Costa Rica. I also want to put some additional focus back into my business, Staatsballett. I spoke recently in a video like a couple months ago, basically sharing that I was planning on quitting and closing down the business just due to some issues with ownership that I've been experiencing with my co-founder. But I've just realized that I still do have an attachment to the business and I still really like it. And I was definitely neglecting it because of emotional reasons. So I'm excited to do some more for that. We actually just restocked some styles, and we have a pre-order happening for some styles, and maybe we'll work on some new stuff as well. Definitely another goal. I have some fitness goals as well. I really want to get back in better shape. We just bought bikes to have up here for trail ride. I think that will be another fun hobby. I've kind of started running and trying to get into that. I'd like to be able to do my 2 miles without walking at all. I know it's nothing in comparison to a lot of people, but that would be a really big accomplishment for me. My wrist has been healing up a bit, so I would love to get back into yoga and Pilates. I honestly just want to live a chill life and spend time with family and friends. Focus on my health and other goals and just kind of keep things simple. Someone asked, how do you deal with the fear of running a business as a creative? That can be a really tough one, and I always think about my younger self, and if I was just starting this journey now, obviously if I didn't start when I was like 12, my entire life would probably be different. Starting at a young age had such a benefit for me in building my own confidence around it. Not to say I don't still struggle a lot with this, because I absolutely do. I totally have moments where I get insecure around the community, especially like meeting new friends. You know, creatives are really shit talkers. I think a lot of times it comes from their own insecurities if they're not like launching projects that they want to launch, because it's scary. But I think you really just have to put on your own blinders. Nothing that you're starting is gonna be good, but the only way that things get better is by making your mistakes and learning, and you really only learn by doing. You can't spend forever in this ideation process being super perfectionist and trying to make everything better, because it's not gonna work, and then you're never gonna do anything because you're just gonna be in your head about all of it. What are my friends gonna think? What's my family gonna think? What are strangers gonna think? You really gotta just do it. And I think the financials of projects can really hold people back. I think bootstrapping, for lack of a better word, often builds so much character. It can really get your creativity flowing. I know my advice is kind of boring, but it's mainly just that you can't care what other people think. I think you have to surround yourself with others who are trying to start projects themselves, just with a loving community. I think also kind of keeping your mouth shut and keeping quiet about things until you gain the confidence to really talk about it can be helpful, just as an exercise for yourself. Launching any project on your own, you really have to believe in it, and speaking your insecurities out into the universe about it to everyone in your community, everyone that you're close with, really doesn't help your case. Just gotta put the blinders on a little bit, and it's gonna come to you, and it's gonna work out. I promise. It's gonna pay off, and there's gonna be a lot of curves and bumps along the way, but it's such a fun learning experience no matter how things go. Do you ever see yourself working another corporate job other than your own brand? I don't personally. I don't really know what I would do. Sometimes when I think of it, I'm like, oh, the work-life balance that could come from having a corporate job. I know that's not the case for a lot of people. Could be really nice, but I can admit that I think that, especially because I've always, for the most part, worked for myself in some way. Obviously, I've had clients that sometimes kind of act as a boss, but I've really been able to make all of my decisions for myself. I think I would really struggle moving into a situation where I have a boss that's constantly directing how my day goes, and just kind of a general issue with authority that I've found myself to have in life, but can be a little hard to admit. I think a lot of business owners and freelancers feel that way though. And it's funny because I find that I'm quite a polite person, but just like a mental gymnastics that my brain can sometimes do in those situations. I don't know, maybe my life will change. Maybe I'll change my mind, but I think I would always do everything in my power for that not to happen, even if that meant reducing quality of life, moving, changing my lifestyle. I'm really about designing my own life, but having healthcare would just be amazing. Having consistent pay would just be amazing. So that could also be really nice. We'll see. How would you say your style has changed over the years? Oh my gosh, I think it's actually changed so much even in the last couple years. And me sitting here right now, I actually would not say that's for the better. I think since I've gotten the place upstate, my style has changed kind of drastically. Not necessarily in things that I like, but just in the way that I dress. I think I'm a lot more boring and I need to work on that a little bit. I think my body's also fluctuated and changed. I just don't wear the same clothes anymore. But I still like a lot of the same stuff, and as a designer, I still like to design a lot of the same stuff. I think I just need to get in a better place with my both mental and physical health. Just get back to it. I definitely wear a lot less like gothy kind of clothes now, I find. And I think a lot of that too comes from like working on the renovation and just being in overalls when I'm doing DIY projects a lot, or just being upstate in activewear. I don't find I wear my fun clothes that often anymore, but I do always feel really good when I wear my fun clothes. I think that kind of answers the question. I definitely want to dress a little bit more feminine. I say this as I'm wearing like baggy pants and a men's button up. I find as my body's changed, I do generally feel better when I am dressed a bit more feminine. What's something you want to do before the year ends? Oh, I just want to get my brain right for the most part. I feel like I've been very frazzled the past few months. I haven't allowed myself that much chill time or that much reflecting time. And I think that's really important for just staying on track with everything that you want to do with your life and showing up the best for people in your life. So I definitely want to do that. I also, you guys, some of you might kill me. The girl that does my hair is definitely gonna kill me. I really miss my black hair. I don't think I'm gonna go fully black again, but I feel like I need a haircut. My hair is like a million different colors right now, depending on how the light hits it. And it just gets so tangly in the winter when it's really long. Don't know how short I'm gonna go, and I think I need to be like a darker brunette again, just to like feel a bit more like myself. I'd love to hear what you guys would like to do before the end of the year. This is gonna be our first holiday season in this house. Last year we did our cross-country road trip, which was really fun, but we are hosting both holidays here this year. So that'll be so fun. I'm so excited to go pick out our Christmas tree and just do the whole thing, cook some good food. Maybe I'll get into baking a little bit. In my dream life, I really want to be a good baker, but I'm so impatient. I think that's gonna wrap up this video. My partner and I are about to go take our bikes to the rail trail here upstate and ride them for the day. I will see you guys super soon. Thank you again to Brooklinen for partnering with me on this video. Make sure you take advantage of their Black Friday sale if you're in the market for any new bedding. I also will have all my holiday gift guides linked below with Black Friday coming up, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.